All right, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for the introduction. So today, I will be talking about businesses, in nanotechnology and hydrogen and fuel cell technologies. Yes. So, yes, my name is Mthuthuzeli indeed, from SASTA, and you pronounce my name very well, Zamxaka. Thank you for that. Yes, I'm from SASTA. SASTA is South African Agents for Science and Technology Advancement. What we do at SASTA, we take science from the lab into the hands of the society, because it is the society that benefits on the products developed from science. So hence then they must know what is. For example, yogurt has got microorganisms in it, and then if the society doesn't know that in the yogurt there are microorganisms, even after expiry date, you will take the yogurt, especially those who are coming from township and rural areas. Then we can take milk, put it in the sun, it changes and become mass. So, and then you can eat that massy. But now, if you take yogurt and then you think that is massy, after expiry date, then you become in trouble, because those microorganisms have been prepared in the lab. They are different with those that are natural microorganisms. So the society must know. That's basically what we do. This is our building here, there at SASTA, where we have a rocket there in front of our building. The rocket, I think you know, it's something that goes to space. If we had that NASA now is busy looking for a planet to take people, to another from Earth, because the ozone layer that prevents the UV light from the sun is getting finished. And so once that ozone layer is finished, then the sun will melt the Earth, and that will be a disaster. So now they are busy looking for a space in another planet. So hence then we are coming up with renewable energy resources, which I'm gonna talk about opportunities in that area and nanotechnology as well. Right, so we have another building there which has got a telescope. Telescope is looking at the stars and the suns. And in 100 years back, we've discovered a planet called Proxima Centauri. And then there. So you can come, and when you're in Pretoria, please feel free to come and see these things. So as I mentioned, it's just public awareness. That's what we do. And then we deal with learners, we deal with university students, we deal with industry, government, and all those who are involved, in science or in business. Right, so we touch, share, and transform people's lives by science. Now, coming to job opportunities. If you look at the statistics, these are the applications that for let's say, a manager or a director position or MD position. You can see the number of applications, about 250 applications that were received, but only 4 to 6 applications that are selected for interviews. What happened to that? The other, let's say, 240-something applicants. And out of these 6, only one that will be chosen for the position. You can see the disparity. You can see the need for entrepreneurs, for businesses to come up, because there is no job. There are no jobs. You see, one out of 250. A man, I was in another conference in East London, he said that there was a post for, I think, 4 or 5 positions at KFC. And then at KFC in the morning, there were about 1,000 people queuing for only 4 positions. That's how bad it's our situation. Hence then, there are activities like these today. So don't take them for granted. Now, let me talk to you now, how hydrogen can help you. How can you take part? Or what are the opportunities in this technology? This is we call it an emerging technology. It's not a new technology. It existed before, but it's now that scientists are discovering that it's something that we can build on. So now hydrogen and fuel cell technology, we say it's a technology that uses 2 things, hydrogen and fuel cell to generate electricity. We need energy. And it generates clean, green, efficient energy, source. It's a clean, green energy source. So hence then it falls under renewable energies. And then why hydrogen? Because it's so powerful. It can store a lot of energy and deliver at any time you need it. And also, it can reduce our dependence on oil because you can power your car. With this hydrogen, you light your house. You also run it with in your car as a fuel. So now we might come out of the oil that is escalating every day. So you can see in that periodic table, hydrogen there is the first element, and it powers rockets. That's how powerful it is. And, it can create bombs. It's very, very powerful. This one, it was a Hiroshima bomb in Japan, if you remember about that. And people thought that the Hiroshima bomb was, a nuclear bomb, of which it was not. It was a hydrogen bomb dropped on nuclear reactors. And then now the nuclear reactors burst, it was coming from US. That's how powerful hydrogen is. It can travel aeroplanes, it's so efficient, and then can generate a lot of electricity. It works like a battery. A battery, the difference is that the battery you need to charge. But with hydrogen, as long as you have the hydrogen and oxygen in your battery, it will continue generating electricity. That's the beauty of it. It doesn't stop like a battery. You have to wait for some time. It charges. So we can take opportunities in this. How does it work? If you look at there, that's a fuel cell. The fuel cell, you have hydrogen, it hits a platinum catalyst and then generates electricity. It hits a platinum there and releases an electron. The electron makes an electricity. The term electricity comes from electrons. And then the protons of hydrogen mixed with oxygen and form water. So the byproduct is energy, it's heat, and water. And then you use that water, you break it into hydrogen and oxygen, you use hydrogen. So you can see that you're not losing anything. If you started with 20 liters of water, you break it, you might lose maybe through vapor 1 liter or 500 liters. So, it's like a recycle. This is the technology that you can, and so we need people who can build these things. Okay, let's continue. Where is that now? Oh, yes. So now, but in order to split water into hydrogen and oxygen, you need energy. And we don't want to use this energy. Do you know where does this energy come from? The one that is here in the house.
From Eskom.
It's come from Eskom. You're right. Yes. Comes from Eskom. Eskom, where does Eskom get the energy from? From coal. And coal is a non-renewable. It gets finished. And not only that, it releases green emission, gaseous emission into the atmosphere. That destroys that ozone layer, which has been prophesied even in the Bible. If you remember in the Bible, God judged by water, but now he said he will judge by fire. So this fire might be this finishing of an ozone layer. The sun is exposed to us, and then we melt. So we must be so we must be careful on what we are doing. So hence then the countries now are moving away from the non-renewable resources like oil, coal, etc. They are coming to these ones, which then can keep us more. But now, as I say, you need, what is this? You need, energy to break that water. Hence, then this one is a hybrid solar. So in the car there, this is a solar panel. When the car moves, it breaks the water, it stores it in its back, and then at night when there's no sun, it draws that hydrogen. It uses the hydrogen. And then, this is what you do. During the day, you form the hydrogen. At night, or when there's no sun, you use the hydrogen. This is what we need, even aeroplanes. But the challenge we have is this one. The challenge we have is this one. If you look at that, those maps, you can see the North America is on hydrogen. There's Europe, and then you can see Japan. Sorry. You can see Japan there also is on hydrogen. But look at Africa. Africa, is nothing. And then we need job opportunities. We need businesses. This is a business. You can take this business and put here in Africa and expand it. That's a lot of money that we are, losing. So hence then, there are these awareness programs to say, how can you participate in what we are doing? Look at the coal. We are still using a lot of, oil, coal, gases, renewable, that's why it's still minor there. So we need you to come into this business. Look at what the generation of the energy. It was wood, coal, because we wanted to drive things, and then oil, gas. Now it's hydrogen. So this is an opportunity for us. DST, which is Department of Science and Technology, has started something on it. 3 centers, the Northwest, called HISA Infrastructure, HISA System, and Catalysis. So they are working on this hydrogen. But there's only one spin-up company that has come from HISA Catalysis. They are dealing with the platinum catalyst. So we still need more. ITC now is working on new industries, looking for people in nanotechnology and in fuel cell technologies. They are struggling to get people in that area. There is funding for it. So you can see where can you take part. But I will show you, I will suggest some of the areas which you can take part in. Some of the things that we have already developed from the technology, we have the fuel cell there. We have a tricycle that we've developed. We've developed another fuel cell which we place in Naledi Trust. There was a village in Kronstadt, in I think Free State, if I'm not mistaken, which was out of the grid, because they didn't pay the municipality their electricity, so they were taken out. So we had to build, this fuel cell and supply them with the hydrogen power for 2 years until then they made their status correct. So we have schools that are powered already on hydrogen. We need people to maintain those schools, etc. Actually, even the forklift that has been developed is one of the mines in Joburg. So now where can you come into play into this technology? One is the production of hydrogen. Hydrogen comes from compound with hydrogen. It can come from biogas, carbohydrates. When you break carbohydrates, whenever you see hydrogen, ammonia, water, so we need people who can produce hydrogen for us. And then also delivery. This must be taken from place to place. We need businesses that can develop, things to deliver it. Storage is difficult to store hydrogen. You have to use a gas. You have to compress it and make it liquidify, which is very tough. We need people who can innovate in that area. Conversion, where I talk about fuel cell, so you need people that are going to build fuel cell where you are going to convert hydrogen into energy, and also you build cars or build gadgets that are using hydrogen. If you look at here, platinum, there is platinum, and then South Africa has got about 75% of platinum of the whole world, and then shared by Zimbabwe, Finland, and all that. But look at this platinum. We sell this platinum an ounce. The time I did this slide, it was about 972 per ounce. And then you sell it. And then it comes to us very expensive. Look at it. If, for example, you beneficiate and produce a catalyst, it's about 1,937 ounces. It's double the amount. You just make a catalyst. And then you make a membrane. It's about 8 times more. You make a fuel cell. It's about 12 times more than that. This is what is happening in South Africa. We take our ores out. They come 12 times expensive to us. So now we need businesses, people who can help us to build these things so that we can sell, the finished product. This is, we are losing. And these people, when they take it, they create jobs in their areas. Their people are employed. And then they come to us, we just buy with the money that we don't have. But we can create jobs and build these things and have our business. Yeah. So in the house, you have your solar, you break the water, you have your hydrogen is stored. At night, you use your hydrogen. So same thing. So you can be out of ESCOM completely because you have solar and hydrogen. You just generate and fix it. That's all. So these are the opportunities. We asked this boy, he was an engineer, to develop something that goes on hydrogen. He came up with a helicopter, put water, and then it flew on water, because it has got a fuel cell that is generated. So there are a lot of things that you can do. And what is nice about it, it is green. I mean, no green gases that are in the atmosphere, because I told you the end product is energy, is water and heat. That's all. And water is what we need. And then it's more expensive. I mean, more efficient than petrol. Petrol is about 20% efficient, but hydrogen is 60%. That's how powerful, 3 times than the fuel we use today. And if you look, for example, safety, if I'm talking about safety, 2 cars are experiencing an accident, and then this accident line, and then see in 3 seconds, they begin to burn. Hydrogen burns up, the petrol burns down, and then because of the density, hydrogen is less denser than air, that's why it goes up. Petrol is highly dense than air, goes down. After 1 minute, you can see now people are beginning to disappear. And then the hydrogen is going down there. And then now 1 minute, 30 seconds, you cannot identify people. And then the hydrogen is gone. So which car is yours from those ones? It's hydrogen. You see? It's hydrogen. That's hydrogen. So this is the beauty. And you can come and be part of this. We have developed this in rural areas. Some of the people, they are using it. You just pedal. There is a fuel cell there, with fuel tank. Pedal for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. After that, it kickstarts. It's gone. And then we have golf carts that we have built, that are going on hydrogen. The minister now said that she wants to put all the cars in the airport, all the vehicles in the airport to go on hydrogen. So it's becoming bigger and bigger. It gets interest. So you must get in while it's still new, And then we also teach learners, a school, to say they must begin to innovate. Now, coming to the 4th industrial revolution, which we are getting in, which is very important for business to understand, the eras of technologies, so that you can, build your business based on the time, not just, get the business that is already existing. If you talk of 4th generation or revolution, we talk of, Internet of Things. Things now are beginning internet. We are coming to a time where we are going to not to have meetings like this. You'll have a conference or a summit in your office or in your room, and then we meet like this, we discuss things. That's where we are going. The 3rd industrial revolution, it was more on, sorry, what happened now? Oh, sorry. It was more on robots, building robots. You can see now in some companies, they no longer using people to pack things. They use robots, they pack and all that, So, but those robots are managed by people. But now in the 4th revolution, the robots are going to be made so intelligent, more than a man. They'll be faster in thinking like a man, in such a way that there will be a clash between a man and the robots. So that's where we are going. And I remember the minister, Naledi Pandor, mentioned that when people were concerned that these robots are going to take our work, where are we going to work? He said, who told you that you must work? You might not have been created to work. So you must find a way to use the robots to work, but it will be a challenge that they can fight against us. So we are going to that. So your business also might be aligned through internet and all that. I heard that lady was also speaking about selling things on the internet. But now, the core or the pillar of 4th industrial revolution, it is nanotechnology. How many people have ever heard about nanotechnology here? Just raise your hand. Oh, nanotechnology, few hands. Yes, it's the pillar of it is nanotechnology. It's not a new technology, it's an old technology, but it's emerging. People have discovered now lately. What is nanotechnology? It's the manipulation of matter at an atomic level and to generate properties that are new, with functions that have never existed before. So you take small particles, you mix them at that level, you get a lot. For example, look at this one. Oh yes, we have macro, sorry. Macro is something that you can see. Micro, you need a microscope. Nano, you need a very, very powerful microscope to see a nano product. If you look at here, there's gold. Gold in bulk is unreactive. You can touch it, it will never, you can mix it, it won't react. But once you cut gold into nanoparticles, then now you get a highly reactive gold, and different colors. You can see based on the color, on the size of a particle, you have different colors. If you want to paint your house in gold, you can have red gold, black gold, white gold, just in your house by cutting it into a nanoparticle, And so there are a lot of other uses of gold. It changes the properties of a material. And then we call this technology a cross-cutter because it's found in all areas of human life. Wherever there is a person, So it means that you cannot be disadvantaged and say, no, my specialty is in this. In your specialty, whether it's clothing, whether it's electronics, whether it's building or construction, you can find your space in this technology. So if you look at the wave, I like to check the waves, where we are going. If you look at there, we started with textile because people, when they were created, were naked. So they had to put clothes. So there were a lot of clothing firms. And then they went to railway. They wanted to transport these clothes. They continued to auto because they wanted it to be fast. And then they went to computer, which we are in now, and then intelligence, knowledge. And then look at the next technology. It's nanotechnology. So we must learn about it and see where can you play a part in that. And I say it's a cross-cutter in all areas of human life, painting, printing, microchips, and everywhere. Where your specialty is, you can find your space. Look how powerful the technology is. This is a dust mite, with nano spectacles. And then you don't see exactly, these are eyes. So, but now you want to see exactly how the eyes, the cells are arranged. You just zoom in, then you can see that they are systematically arranged. Let's say one of the cells, or maybe one of the, the hair there is sick. Then you don't want to destroy everything. What do? You just zoom in and find it and just cut it out. Maybe you don't want to cut it. You want just to scrap. Maybe there are bacteria or germs somewhere there. You just scrap, zoom it in, and then you just scrap, and then it's gone. The danger of cancer. Cancer, if one cell is cancerous, it affects all the cells. But now with nano, you can just scrap the cancerous cell, take it out, and then you're free. So this is powerful. and then the challenge. The challenge is here. If you look at now the nano products in health, you see Europe is leading in patents, followed by America, Asia. Look at Africa, it's still nano. You see, in this, Africa is not found. And yet, these are the things that can build a lot of business, a lot of jobs. So hence then, I'm glad that I'm part of this. I think some of you will search and research how can you get part into these technologies. If these are batteries that are developed, if you look at, you see Japan, China, and all that, and then look at others, and then you look at others at the bottom there, you will find South Africa in others. You won't find it in the pool. So this is the challenge we have. You see, others is South Africa there. There's not even Africa. So these are the things that we need to look at. This is just, these nano products are already in the market. Sunscreens, you can buy nano sunscreens there. They prevent the sun. These guys, they treat cancer, but it's on clinical stages now. It's not yet out. So cancer is treated in 3 times. In 2 procedures, chemotherapy and radiotherapy. And if doctors cannot treat it, what you do, they cut your leg, and then if they cut your arm or they cut your breast, and if your cancer is on the head, your head is gone. You see? So now nanotechnology has come to prevent those heads and arms. So these guys, they found a protein called nanolipoprotein. They inject in your body, and then what it does, it looks for only cancerous cell, binds them, excrete them with a normal excretion, whether in the brain or wherever. This is the beauty of this technology. The last one, which is TB. TB is treated in 6 months. 6 months, you have to take treatment, but people after 3 months, they stop treatment because they feel healthy, good, think that the bacteria is dead, yet it's not. Then now it develops and mutate and become resistant, difficult to cure. But with nano, take a robot, put a drug, TB drug in it, insert in your body, it releases a drug every day at 8 o'clock for 6 months without taking drugs. ARVs, we're planning to put them inside the robot, you put it in there, you don't have to take and miss them. And all these, some people that take TB drugs, they take diabetic, you find that they're a bowl of pills that he has to take every day. But now put all these drugs together in a robot, they release in your body. So these are the things that you can come and innovate in. This is the robot, it has got a camera. We are going now to? We are going to a place where the doctor, you will not need to go to the doctor when you are sick. You are going to be called before you get sick because they will put a robot in you, and that robot will be flowing, monitoring your body. Once they find that you are going to get a stroke or a fever, or there's a contamination, you know, it will report to the doctor, and the doctor will call you. Please come to the... come to the clinic before you get a stroke. This is where we are going, you know. And you can monitor all the results. You see, this is there's a detector, you can get your results in the phone immediately. Those are the things that we have. We are going where you are not going to wash your clothes. You know, you know, this one, they say only, it can last 100 wash. You can wash them, it doesn't lose color. But there's a time where you're not going to wash clothes at all because of nanoparticles. It won't take the dirty from your neck and all that. So Japan has already started, you know, with TVs, because Japan has got a small country, and then now what they do, these plasma TVs are too big for their rooms. So what they do now, they've created a paper. So it's a paper, it has got TV, it's got everything. They roll the paper, they put it. When they come to there, they open the paper, they put the remote, the TV works. So that is nanotechnology. So you must look at these innovative ideas. Other countries are already, you know, innovating. So come as innovators and take the money. Yes, I think we teach the learners to debate about these things. We take them to New York. We have science centers around to install these things and all that. I think let me end in that note. Thank you so much. Oh, no. Before you clap hands. Yeah, so there's this code which I like. It's a progress, is a choice. You know, and then job creation or even business creation is a choice as well. And then whether we create or move forward or backward is still a choice. So why you don't tell your parents, or you don't, what do you call, you don't tell which parents, you don't choose the parents. Yeah, that's what, you don't choose the parents, but you can choose, you know, where you want to go. It's your choice. You know, I was born with the parents. My mother didn't even, was a housewife. My father was in mine. They couldn't afford my education. But I told myself, it doesn't matter where I'm born, but where I'm going, I can determine my future. Today I'm a doctor, you know, in science, you know, and at home, actually in my area where I come from, I was the first doctor in Tane there who became a doctor. And then the second doctor is my brother, but in another father. Okay. So your life, you know, to create businesses, it depends on you. Thank you so much. God bless you.